Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Corbin Russwin part number 650F54-8. This is a top strike for their Ed5400 and Ed5800 series exit devices. This video is going to primarily serve as visual and dimensional evidence of the item. There is a link below this video to a document called Parts Drawing that you'll be able to review where it occurs in the, what would be, I wouldn't call it a service manual, but it would be exploded parts drawings for Corbin Russwin. I think it's just exit devices that are in there, and there might be mortise locks as well. There's also a link to the product catalog where we can take a look at the 54 and 5800 series devices. And let's take a look at all of those. The link to the cut sheet gives you an overview of what's included, and I'm looking at it on a monitor here of the top strike, and supplied with two 1/16 of an inch shims, which it is, and a locking plate. So the shims are obviously to buy you some room, you know, to get that padded down a little bit so you'll be able to move it up to 1/8 of an inch. The caliper tells me 0.058, 0.058. So they're just shy on a 1/16. The width of the shim, about 1 inch and 9/16. The depth, about 31-32 or so. You're going to get that locking plate. It's got a couple of perforations that are there that is going to allow you to be able to get that to lock into place, so to speak, so that when you tighten it down, any sort of movement laterally is resisted as a result of those perforations fitting down into these lined grooves that are here. And that's crucial because what's happening is all of the movement that's hitting the face of that strike over the life of the installation, it would otherwise make the strike move. And there's no doubt about that, which is certainly why they designed it that way, so as to prevent the possibility of movement. Okay, obviously here's the strike. That's your top strike. There are different top strikes that are employed when it comes to exit devices, and that's because you have different types of door and frame conditions. You have different sorts of latch possibilities that you can have on a strike, on an exit device, different requirements. This is the standard on an Ed5400 or Ed5800. So when you order that device and you don't specify a strike, this is what will be in the box. Adjustable to compensate for shrinkage and swelling of door. Okay, so what they find, that lateral movement we discussed, what they find is a door literally expands. Thermal bowing. I promise you that if you put a steel door in hot summer sun, it will be too hot to comfortably keep your hand on the door for more than 2 seconds. Steel is is a material where the molecules or the atoms are very close together. Lots of expansion and contraction will occur on a daily basis. The difference between, like in a southern climate, the amount of thermal bowing that you're going to have will literally cup the door. I've even seen it and I've been told about how the door will not even open because it swells just enough. So the ability to compensate that strike movement is to, of course, compensate for no defect in the exit device whatsoever, but the fact that the material, that the door is made of a certain material that's very prone to swelling in hot climates, certainly. Most absolutely exacerbated by any sort of gloss paint that you would put on a door. I have seen doors, honeycomb core, where the thermal bowing was so pronounced over a cycle of a season where it literally degrades the bond of the glue from the core to the inside face of the door because of that movement, rendering the door within a couple of years unusable. It will fail in that regard. Anyway, this is not a video about doors, but the ability to compensate for shrinkage and swelling is the point. So again, about 1 inch and 9/16 on the strike. Overall depth down to the bottom of the roller, looks like it's about 3/4 inch. Yeah, closer to 11/16 perhaps. Okay, you're going to get 3 screws. They're all the same. You know what you're going to do with the 3. Your slotted holes first, make any adjustments, and once you're sure that you like where you have it, go ahead and put that final screw in. So the cut sheet is there. It shows other strikes that are available. There's a link to the product catalog, and that will show you all 100 pages of the 5000 series exit device. It's handy to have there, so you don't have to go rooting around for the full catalog. Then again, that parts drawing is there that will show you the parts and where the top strike, the 650F54-8, occurs in that document. So a handy place to be able to pull that up. Any questions on the Corbin Russwin? This is their part number, 650F54-8, top standard strike for the ED5400 and ED5800 series exit devices, or any other Corbin Russwin product. Please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.